Good afternoon, my mates. Right, so obviously played well for a lot of the round there on Saturday, and I'm glad the signs and the feels are already there. But also looking at those reviews, we can see already some good stuff. I mean, how good was that overswing drill? I'm going to call it the Mark Richmond from now on, just because. Um, Looks so good. It's almost a neutral position for us. Okay, so we'll see if we settle down there. I mean, to me, it looks really good and really comfortable. I think it's going to be a lot less abusive on your body, a lot easier on your body as well. And obviously, we can create some good energy from that sort of more leverage position. So, yeah, definitely that was awesome. That clicked over just like that. And great feel to take to the golf course and already built some confidence with it. So, really, really good. We will get to the wedges today, and for now, almost do them more part of the warm-up, because if you look at the second video of the review, you can see why the wedges are so weak, and why they're ballooning on you a little bit, right? Okay, so, but just before we get there, that first video where you did that sort of one-hand rehearsal, and you got into this position here, was just brilliant. That's essentially exactly what we're trying to do. Okay, much more elevated. Okay, way more separation between the body and the arms. Okay, obviously storing lots of energy, creating lag, flattening the plane, all the magic moves that happen as byproducts of doing the correct things, doing the correct things. And obviously learning to trust that you can release and what the timing of the release feels like once you get into those positions. But really, really awesome. I think all good players go through that, where they feel like that position there feels to you like it's over the top. Okay, but you can see on that video, if anything, it's even flatter and deeper. Okay, which obviously means that impact, we don't have to be going this way, and that's really where we're focusing a lot of our attention. Okay, so we can see in those videos, very nice up here, that drill worked so well. Coming down on plane nicely, not much or no fanning or anything like that, which is great. But then here, when we just need to keep turning, all right, get that handle moving forward, or keep it moving forward, should I say. Okay, and then obviously get that late powerful release. All right, what we're doing, okay, is obviously just stalling. This right side works, getting great position, and then stalling. This right side works a little bit underneath you, hip and shoulder. Okay, head backs out, plane flattens out, and we get really shallow with no lag. Essentially what's happening. Okay, so we've got to have that sort of feel. Yeah. Okay, I will leave the pull drill because pull drill wasn't quite working. If anything, you're closing the face on a few, and we don't want to do that. We do all our face work at the setup on the back. So overswing drill definitely staying, right? And then obviously we're doing some wedge work today. So warm up, let's start with shut and hold. Okay, so keep that shut face on the way back. Use some body rotation to hold that face shut. Okay, that is exaggerated, but that's kind of the idea of the position you're trying to get into. Okay, and you should be able to see how I try to use my left side to help keep that face square, because now I've hooded it. Okay, that's the idea we're after. Okay, so shut and hold. I think do like 5 half swings, 5 3/4 swings, something like that. Okay, and the second part of the warm-up is going to be the wedges. Okay, so we're just going to do low point drill. So just with the towel. Okay, we're going to start off a club head and a half from the towel. Okay, so about there, yeah? No, about there. Okay, I also want you to try and play these a little bit off the back foot. So just back of center. All right, and obviously keep the handle nice and forward. Okay, and then the idea is to take a divot. Now, if we take slightly steep, punchy divots for now, that is fine. Okay, that'll teach us something. And we won't know if that is the case, or whether you're just underusing your body. Okay, but that's fine. Let's get that angle of attack and low point correct first, and if we add the body in, then all of a sudden, instead of it getting stuck, it just drags through. Okay, so it actually should feel quite similar to shots and holds in a lot of ways. Okay, but anyway, I'm just saying if that happens. If it doesn't happen, fine. All right, so workout. So let's go 5 of each. So lob wedge, sand wedge, gap wedge, pitching wedge. Okay, 5 of each. Try and send me some videos from side on as well. Okay, but your job is slightly back foot. Okay, your job is to keep the handle leading. All right, take a little divot, and obviously miss the top. Right, that's the idea, right? Okay, so see if you can do 5 in a row. With each club, each of the wedges. Okay, and that's kind of the idea, right? So just back of center, handle forward. Okay, your thought is keep that handle forward, and take a divot. Okay, and make sure that we're not disturbing the towel. Okay. Right, obviously it's going to come on low because it's the 6 line, right? But that's the idea. Yeah. Okay, so 20 of those, and let's see what our low point is like. Okay, right, then into the swing work. Now this will actually, not the overswing part, but everything else of the drills will apply to the wedges, so just do them like that for now, right? So we're keeping overswing drill, okay, and then start trying to learn some trust and feel of no to yes. Okay, so now do overswing, and if you do hit pulls, because you're slightly above the plane, that's fine. It just means the body's opening up nicely through impact. Okay, so definitely keep that. All right, and then we're going to do what we call a right tip drill. Right now, you can use just use a golf club. That's fine. You can use a golf, but you got to go and feel, and you've got to do a rep before every swing. Okay, and basically the idea is okay. So obviously, once we elevate, better rotation, faster rotation. Leaving the hands behind, trusting the leg, trusting the posture, later release. We've got to build that piece by piece, right? So I want to isolate the hip first, okay, and hopefully that'll fix the shoulder, and if it doesn't, then we'll work a little bit on the shoulder. Then we'll get the lag correct, and then we'll get the release correct. Okay, because as we work on one, it's going to affect the other one anyway. So as we work on one, the other should get better by 20, 30, 40%. Which means the third piece of the puzzle or link in the chain is going to get better and so on and so on. So by the time we get to it, then it's quick and easy, right? So right tip. So getting your setup, okay? We're going to put the club on our belt line in its tilt, okay? Turn the club head slightly down towards the golf ball, all right? Put your right hand behind the club head, matching the club head, so you can feel that would feel a little bit shut to you, okay? And then what we're going to do from there, we're going to try and feel like we use our right hip to square the club to hit the golf ball. So use your right hip to hit the golf ball. So don't let this come off. Okay, now obviously if you make this move, you can't get to that golf ball and that face is wide open, right? So that's the feel. Okay, let me go correct distance from the ball. In my posture, slight tilt or closing of the face. Okay, and then you hit one. Hey. All right. Trying to recreate the same feeling. Okay, so you're trying to feel that and not that, basically. Okay, and then obviously send me some videos and we'll see how does it affect our rotation, how does it affect our posture, how does it affect the right shoulder, how does it affect the club. Okay, so those are drills for the week. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon.